As a person who really enjoys MMOs, Black Desert Online has always really intrigued me. It's been a game over the past few years that I've really wanted to get into playing, but since starting my YouTube career, I haven't had time for MMOs because I just get hopelessly addicted to them. But thank you to Black Desert Online for sponsoring this video, so I finally have an excuse to play this game non-stop. Now that's exactly what I've been doing for this past week, and I've learned a lot about the game. My goal getting into this was to join a guild, get to the awakening point of my character, which I finally have, and I've learned a ton about the game, but I've only scratched the surface of what this game has to offer. Now, even though this is a sponsored video, I am going to give my genuine first-time player impressions of this game. I do think it has a lot to offer, but there are some drawbacks which are, very obvious throughout the community, which is some of the pay-to-win aspects, and we'll get into all of that here throughout this video. But the first thing that I want to do is go through the character creator, because this is one of the spots where the game really shines, is the ability to create such detailed characters that it's really not available in any other MMOs. So when you launch Black Desert Online, you're going to be introduced to the server selection screen, and thankfully Black Desert Online does offer these growth servers, which is going to be perfect for leveling your main character or even your alternate characters, which are going to be very useful to you in Black Desert Online. Now this is the character that we're going to be doing the majority of this review on, which is the new Guardian class. This is the newest class in Black Desert Online, and its awakening is going to be releasing February 5th, and I finally got my character up to level 56, allowing me to awaken it on that day, which I'm looking forward to seeing how powerful the character will be. And if this video actually does well, then maybe I'll make more Black Desert Online content with Awakening the Guardian. Now let's go ahead and get into the character creation here. Now if anybody is actually interested in trying out Black Desert Online, there will be a 7-day free trial link in the description below, so feel free to check that out, and definitely make sure to use that link as it will help out the channel as well. Now the Guardian is the new class and looks absolutely amazing, but there are 19 other gender-specific classes available for you to choose from. So if you wanted to play as a male character, you could play as the ninja or the wizard. One of the ones that I wanted to test out was perhaps the berserker. Just looks like a big, smashy, tanky class, which is usually what I like to play in MMOs. But the one that I played previously was also the Valkyrie, and I played the Shy a little bit when it was released, just because as I've mentioned, I've been wanting to get into this game for a while, but I get hopelessly addicted to MMOs, so I try and avoid them. But the new class is the Guardian, and let's get into the character creation here. And you can just see how detailed it is to make a character. So everything is very in-depth with the customization. If we go into the body here, you can actually see that every individual part can be adjusted. We can make a super-duper short Guardian if we so desired. So let's see, how short can we make a character here? Let's give it nice little tiny arms. Obviously, these can be adjusted, but let's not do that because I don't feel like getting demonetized. But regardless, if you're not even feeling creative and don't want to go through the very in-depth character customization, then you can do something that is really cool and I've never seen in any other MMO, and it actually makes me really excited, is you can either apply the most popular, and this will give you a kind of a new template to work from if you want, or you can go into the beauty album here, and if we go into the ranked stuff here and then select the Guardian right here, you can see some of the most popular creations that are available, and you can just click apply, and then you can work from this particular template and make your character. It's a really nice way for those that aren't very creative with stuff or don't want to spend the time learning the character creator to be able to make some really cool looking characters like this one. I almost went with this one just because it's just, I don't know, it's out there. I like it. But regardless, that is the character creator. Very in-depth. You can check out a bunch of the different options, but the Guardian has been a lot of fun. As a new player in Black Desert Online, you're going to realize very quickly that this game is massive. Not only is the world itself massive with no fast traveling, but there is just an extraordinary amount of things that you can actually do in this game. From horse breeding to being a boat captain and fighting sea monsters on the ocean. There's tons of different ways to play this game. And one thing I didn't know is that there's actually no level cap in the game. There's a soft cap at around level 61. fun, but as you progress through the game, it's going to become more grindy and harder to level up, and you're going to start focusing on some of your life skills, which is like fishing, hunting, gathering, being a seafarer, and stuff like that. And there's just so many different ways to specialize your character and start making money, and this is before you even get into things like node wars and PvP and stuff like that. And there's just so much to do that it can be a little overwhelming for new players, and for me, because I didn't look at any of the guides while playing, was rather difficult to really start figuring out what to specialize in. But I think I'm finally going to maybe get into the expedition stuff, which is getting a boat, fighting sea monsters, or getting into the new bartering system and trying to make money that way. Now, another nice thing about Black Desert Online is the pet system. I love getting pets in games, and there are a ton of them to be able to get in Black Desert Online. We got Sir Flaps-a-Lot, our eagle here, which will actually grow over time and eventually not land on our shoulder, but I like it there right now. We've got Beans the doggo, we got Egbert, like the dodo bird down there. We got Flaps, our griffin, and then Brizinger, our dragon right there, which just looks absolutely phenomenal. And all of these pets will give you different benefits within the game. And you do have to keep them fed. And apparently I'm a really horrible pet owner because Sir Flapslot is starving to death and I have no food. I am literally the worst. PETA's gonna come after me. This is terrible. But your pets will level up and grow over time, and each one has its own benefits as well. So like our dragon here gives us luck level +1, combat XP +5%, and another combat XP gain +3%, and all of them will have various benefits as well as being able to pick up items for you in game, so that way you don't have to. But it's great. There's tons of different pets you can get. And now we have to get into the discussion of the in-game purchases. There are quite a few different things in here. Now, keep in mind, I've been playing the game for 30 hours, and the only thing that I've purchased was the dragon because I really like dragons and I wanted it. But there is definitely an incentive to use the in-game purchases to help you out. Now, it's not like you can buy like the best weapons and best armor in the game using this method, but it will give you distinct benefits over time with being able to do things a little bit quicker. Like the Moonlight Memories here is something that the game has been trying to get me to purchase, because when you enhance your items, if you fail the enhancement, it'll reduce the durability of that particular item, and then you'll have to use special items to be able, like Artisan's Memory, to be able to bring that durability back up to 100%. Now, you can do it different ways in the game. You do not have to purchase these. None of the purchases in the store are mandatory, and I, quite frankly, other than the dragon, haven't been tempted to buy anything else in the game. Now, the other thing that you might be tempted to buy is the inventory management. There's this here for like a +100 inventory slots, and the only way you can get more inventory slots in the game is by purchasing more slots through the store. Now, you will get quite a few free ones through your story, and I don't even think I'm even close to getting through the story, and I've gotten probably, I think we started off with like here, and I've gotten pretty much all of these for free throughout the story, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that I'm going to get. But regardless, that's really going to be the predominant factor within here. You can get other things in here, like, let's see here, Book of Training, so you can get like 100% more XP per hour or something like that for various things like your life skills and stuff like that. So you can get Book of Training skills, life skills, combat, and then obviously all of the pets. There's a lot of pets that you can buy through the pearls, or you can get them for free in game. Another one that a lot of people really like is the value pack here. But like I said, all of this stuff is completely optional, and in no way do you have to purchase anything in this game to be able to succeed in it. And quite frankly, if you're able to play the game really well, you don't even need to use real money to buy these things. You can go into the market here and you can go to the pearl items, and you can buy like the basically the overlay clothing and stuff like that here with in-game currency, if anybody has it listed. You can buy all of the little boosts and stuff like the combat books for more XP. You can get the blessings, you can get the value packs, you can buy everything in-game to include the special mounts and pets if they're made available. So if you're really good at the game and make money, then you don't even need to use any of the in-game purchases ever. Now, the gameplay in Black Desert Online is going to have you taking on hordes of enemies at a time to gain experience, collect items, or collect special things that you need throughout the game, or farming bosses. And the Guardian has been a ton of fun to be able to do this, because if you like smashing things, the Guardian is 100% going to be the thing that you love, because literally all you are doing is smashing, kicking, and absolutely destroying everything in your sights. Now, I'm certainly no expert in Black Desert Online, but the Guardian definitely seems to be very powerful. Having played only 2 other classes for a brief amount of time, this may not end up ringing true, but for me, the Guardian has been an absolute blast to play, and Sparta kicking things to death is just endlessly fun, even after fighting hordes of things for like an hour or so just to try and level up or complete a particular quest in an area. It's been a lot of fun, and some of the comments that I've seen in game chat about the Guardian seem to lead to the class being particularly overpowered at the moment, which for me is particularly great because, hey, if something's overpowered, I'm going to try and use it to my advantage as much as I can, and if I get to smash things with an axe and shield and Sparta kick things to death, all the better. But so far, my experience in Black Desert Online has been pretty much nothing but positive. There are definitely downsides to the pay-to-win system, but it does actually make it an easy game to access for other players if you don't even have to use the in-game purchases to have this game be fun for you to play. And as I mentioned before, there is a 7-day free trial link down below, so you can try out the game for yourself if you so desire, and you don't have to spend a dime. And even if you do end up wanting to play, you can get the game on sale very cheap on Steam right now. I think it was like $10 the last time I looked, and you could smash things to death with your axe to your heart's content. But I do hope that everybody enjoyed this video. I'm probably going to be doing some live streams and gameplay of this through the next couple weeks because I am really having a blast with it. And if we end up having anybody else come and play, then maybe you can join the guild that I'm in and we can rule the seas together, or who knows? The world of Black Desert Online is large and we can find something fun to do.